see, in terms of like the selecting the outrage stuff, which we was talking about before, and like picking the right battles and stuff. Sometimes, and I want you to help me understand this as well, there was a situation with Notes, innit? And like, I don't even know exactly what the problem was, so to speak, but he had the flipping Mabel as his girl in the video or whatever, and then it just ended up being bare comments, and then he's come out, he's reacted, and then there's just been this whole thing about him not supporting black women, like, what is you lot's take on that? And like, do you feel that black men support black women enough? But not, I don't mean it so much in a generic sense of like videos and stuff. I'm just talking about in life.
I think it's very easy for us to pick at the negatives. I think it's very easy for us to see something that we deem negative and scream and shout about it, but then not see like maybe Big Tobes with black girls in his video
all day long.
Do you know, like that? Like, I think it's very easy to go, wait, that was wrong. Because if you take the Notes situation in isolation, it's not wrong. Like, Notes woke up, he saw you're dissing my girl. I'm gonna come and say something about it because I don't want you to diss my girl. Do you get me? Like, she's mixed race? She's got black in her.
But even if she didn't,
because the comments were about her race, innit? Like, the comments were about her race. So he's gonna wait. I would wake up and say, right, it's not my page you're coming on with your fuckery, you know. It's not my page. Go and find someone else. Don't buy my music. Don't stream it. Don't nothing. I'm not waking up in my next country, and I'm where I am because my girl's actually helping me too, putting me on. Do you feel me? Like, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this at all. That situation is separate situation to does Notes support black women or not. They're two different subjects. You can't roll them into one and say, he's with Mabel, so he's not. But that's what people do. How you know his next 20 songs and 20 videos ain't going to be a big old back?
But that's what people do, and that's why I feel that like sometimes the right messages always gets outshone by things like that.
I think when Conan was talking about Demi Rose, they did the same thing, but then I think he came out and was like, his response was a bit different, and his response was just like, oh, you black women are angry, wasn't it? I don't know if
he did go a bit mad for a bit, but
did you see what I mean?
It was a bar. I think for him, it was a bar. And I felt like he probably felt like it wasn't that deep. Do you get what I'm saying? He's had black girls in his video. They've had black girls in their video in the past.
It was a picture. It wasn't a lyric. It was a picture.
But this is the thing. It's just.
But the thing is, this is what I think people didn't know, which I don't want to talk too much about it. But But the thing is, the picture came about because the bar before. And the caption, which some people didn't know, was in a song. So I think that he'd met her and he just took it and he just put the caption there. And I think it got
cute
lost.
outrage.
Yeah, but Captain Conan thing's a bit different because obviously they're known for not having black women, and then obviously with the For Me video, it was like Bria. But that was the thing. It's like, you lot never have black women in your videos, blah blah blah. Them things are wishy-washy to me. That is not an issue. The Notes thing, because of the comments, the back and forth between him and Zizi, it made everyone go wild. Like I really like what she's doing in the respects of her initial responses to things. I'm like, and then it just goes left. Like, it becomes very I can't imagine, like I said earlier, I don't care about anyone like really like that intensely, so I can't imagine sitting there gunning for Notes about the way he talks and his grammar and stuff when I don't understand why that means anything.
I didn't see the whole
there was this big
I saw a bit of it.
There was basically she's got a show and she was talking about how Notes can't really articulate himself properly because he got up and was like, bruv, why are you lot hating on Mabel?
I saw that. Yeah.
But I was a bit like, that means nothing that doesn't mean anything to me. So that's what I'm saying. So that argument for me got lost then. But then Notes
that's what I mean.
back.
Like when you start picking at something,
we lose
you forget what you. That's what I was turning around and saying earlier. Like, your point is this. But then during the back and forth, you've clean lost your point. And now you're attacking a man's grammar.
But that's what I'm saying, because
grammar? I didn't see
because
that.
you care about something else. If I'm talking about Chucky's socks and the fact that these skeleton things need a full face and not a half face, but then I'm like, and by the way, them jeans, you see them? It's like, whoa, where are we going here? I thought
you just not like me.
Now and that's what I'm saying, and that is what's happening on socials and it's not because of Zalika per se. I'm just saying those platforms allow everyone else who just hates to now come out and be like Donald Trump.
Just say shit.
Like Donald.
Just
fuck
say
it,
shit.
he's racist, I'm gonna die. And it causes this and I'm just there like on the ground like I didn't
think Notes did anything wrong.
Notes did nothing
wrong. And also
wrong.
I just think that like even if he just had her, even if he wanted her, a man's allowed to have a preference still.
Yeah,
like, we can't be mad. We can't be mad at people's preferences.
Here's the other thing: the fact that he even said, okay, cool, there's public outrage about this. It seems to be coming from this particular Instagram page. Let me go on. Because I remember seeing his comment and he was really polite.
And he was really polite, commenting back and forth with people.
And that's what makes you look like the angry black woman.
Right.
Because this man's saying, cool, let's have dialogue. I'm here to have a conversation. But really, I'm up there. What country was he in? Ghana.
Oh, he was far.
He was in Ghana.
And then he came up.
I'm getting paid.
Why did
Nigeria.
No one looked at my post about raising money in Ghana. He had bare stuff on there about other things about black people. The moment he wants to come and because people were leaving deference. Why are you leaving deference for deference? Sorry, for Mabel, deference. You know?
Yeah.
And then it's her mum's Nena Cherry. It does not matter if her mum. It doesn't. I don't care who her mum is.
Yeah.
She's someone in the industry he's working with. Yeah. All right, they look cute. I saw it and was like, oh my god, why do these look cute like that? Yeah. I didn't think.
And you know the thing is, if everybody stood for something a little bit more and like you really knew yourself, like if you really know yourself, and as a community of people, you know yourself, and like as a collective, you ensure that your friends know themselves. So you know when you're saying like sometimes your friends say stuff and you think, okay, cool, you're the one with the unpopular opinion. So you have to educate your friends. Like if everyone really knew themselves, made sure that their friends and family and people around them knew themselves. Right. You know you can silently cancel someone. You know you can look at notes and think, I don't like that, unfollow and not go to stream.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I'm a specialist at that.
If you all don't like something and you all silently cancel it, there ain't gonna be no one saying nothing about you because no one ain't streaming, no one ain't buying, no one ain't doing nothing again. You're not gonna have a next single with Mabel. She'll fly off by herself and do her thing, being black, being white, being green, being pink, being whatever she is. Like you can just know yourself and silently cancel. And if you are not going to silently cancel and you want to do public outrage, make sure you know how to articulate yourself properly.
Number one,
because we are out here maybe not saying anything because we got you to say something for us. So the minute you start going left now, it's like now we got to say something too. And then there's 20 of us saying something which turns to 200,000 people saying something. Like just silently cancel them.
That's how I felt.
Unless your point is to trigger.
Right, and that's how I felt. I felt like I don't want no one else asking me any more questions about this. Like I felt like people, what do you think? I don't listen. I don't. How about that? I don't think. I don't. I think he's making music, and I think I play it as my job. That's what I think.
You like it.
And genuinely, I have no issues with people dating in and outside of their race. I don't see what the problem is with notes. I mean, I genuinely don't understand what he's done. When did he say
I was struggling
that
to find, but this is why I wanted to have a conversation with black women as well. Because I just thought maybe is there something that I missed?
The ones that were outraged.
The ones that were outraged. Because I have no. I know why they were outraged.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I need to speak to some. I felt like I just needed to speak to some sensible black women, whether you had that opinion or not. I just wanted to hear a sensible opinion on it. That's all I need.
That's just an internal insecurity that comes out. If anyone is upset about notes not rooting for black women, where you made that up, I don't know, because I don't have any facts or anything that says he hasn't, because I feel like if that was anybody, as in that could have been Miss Banks, that could have been Steph, that could have been anyone, if they had gone ham on that video about why are you with her, oh my god, like Leslie should do, he'd be like, yo, what is wrong with you lot? Because it was a genuine what is wrong with you lot? Like what's the problem here? Because you black men, no, not notes though. Not notes, not this time.
I just, as I said, I just think
not notes this time. Come back. Let's find it out.
But now, we're just at a time now where people are gonna just try and find anything to have some type of outrage about, which we've spoken about so much times here. But then the good message just always gets lost, and then before you know it, people are just arguing the bullshit, and then the arguments and the fights are just not being picked properly. Do you get me?
But what
and then I think then that causes a real bad problem in the sense that you'll have people that will just attack anything that you say that has some type of substance, because they think that you're coming at that same angle that next person came at. And then what happens then? Nobody don't learn nothing. There's no proper conversation that can be had.
This is the thing.
Do you know what I mean?
If there's outrage towards, like, if there's outrage on behalf of, I guess, the black community, you got to work out, like I said, like, what do you stand for? Like, what are you angry about? Because shouldn't we be more angry about some of his lyrics than that as a black community? Shouldn't we feel like as a black community maybe some of the lyrics in rap are not as progressive as they should be? More than maybe he might have.
I'd be more angry about using the N-word in rap, to be honest with you. Like if I'm gonna stand something,
if I'm gonna stand a big old argument about the black community and rappers within it, I'll probably start there. And maybe not even just with the N-word, just like some of their content. I'm not going to get mad.
But I'm going to be honest again and say, you know what, I hate the word. I can't
stand it.
I hate it. But I'd be lying if I said that I'm all right with it in music. I don't know why. I just don't know why. When I hear it in music,
you're desensitized.
Yeah. But when I just hear someone just say it, I don't understand why people would just say it in just a casual term. I just don't get it. But then also, I feel that we as black people get so mad and so upset. Dappy said it. Oh my God, why is it? But and then I think I get it. I understand why you're upset, but you say it though.
Yeah.
So like now, if imagine Dappy has like just imagine in his situation, yeah, all of his friends are like me, or not me personally, but they're just all black, and they all say it, and their whole term is, oh yeah, but it doesn't mean that anymore. It means brotherhood. It means, you know what I mean? It don't mean that. We're claiming back the word, and it means something different. It means that you're my brother. Then, if you're around a bunch of people that say that, then naturally you might end up just thinking, yeah, you're right.
Well, I didn't see anyone coming for French Montana. Nigga ain't worried about nothing.
But then I just think, but if you're so upset, my whole point is that if you're so upset, just don't say it. Because then if you don't say it, then no one else gets too comfortable to say it.
The one with the multicolored dreads, 6ix9ine.
Oh,
is that his name?
No.
You're talking about 6ix9ine.
No, 6ix9ine. Is it 6ix9ine?
Yeah,
so
6ix9ine.
Something 6ix9ine.
Again, with my friend.
It's 6ix9ine.
How can he say?
He's your friend.
No, I was having a conversation with my friend. We talk about this kind of thing a lot. I had a conversation with my friends and I was saying, this guy, yeah, but you listen to Fat Joe. Fat Joe says that he's not black. I'm like, what? First, I didn't know that. I thought I legit just thought he was black. I'm like, what? And then they're like, in Puerto Rican culture, everyone just says it to each other, and it's just a normal thing. So when they're coming out to say it in their music, like they just feel like this is normal.
And we're talking 15, 20 years ago now.
I'm going raw because that's it. If you're in your ends and people are saying it and you think I can say this, why would you not come out in your music and say it?
I've watched too much documentaries for that shit. And you know what? Not even just that. Like, even having a conversation with my granddad, yeah? Like, me and my granddad's always been a quiet man. He's never been a man of words too much. He's always been quiet. But, like, now he's older, he's elderly, and I care for him a lot. So I'm there often, and I help him out, whatever. He still doesn't speak too much. But there was one Friday night, I weren't DJing, I was just, I had a Friday night off, and I thought, you know what? I went to his house to go and drop him some dinner or whatever, and he was in his bedroom and I was sitting on the stairs and I thought, you know what, I'm going to interview him because I don't even know much about him too much. Do you get me? So I'm going to have a conversation with him, but I'm going to treat it like an interview, but he's not going to realise what I'm doing. So I just asked him, the first question I asked him, I was like, Granddad, I was like, how did you get here? I don't know how he's got to this country. I don't know none of this story. Yeah. So then he went quiet because I think he's thinking to himself, right, like what? Like what's this about? Where's this going, innit? But then, like this amazing story come about him being in Kingston, Jamaica. There was 2 boats. There was one going to New York, one going to London. He heard about job opportunities. Come to London, saved up, and then was able to. He come to London on a boat, and then he was able to save enough money to fly his wife over, which was my nan or whatever, and he's telling me this whole thing. But then the conversation went into like how, because he's a tradesman, he's a carpenter, so he was telling me his story about what it was like, the way that he was treated at work or whatever, and he's telling me that like just getting a promotion or getting a good job opportunity would have him getting beaten up, people throw wood at him, stomp on him, spit on him, everything, had a nervous breakdown and all of that. And then I think like, and we talked about nigger and all of that, and I think, like imagine my granddad. Imagine I'm sitting here with my granddad, my granddad says to me, so what are you doing now? And I say, I'm just going to go and chill with my niggas. Oh my He God. Would not be able to fathom. Yeah. Like, so I've come to this country, and I used to get smacked up, spat on, and beat up every day. I had a nervous breakdown, I had to go to hospital, everything, flew my family over, did all of this for you to then turn around and tell me you're going to go and chill with your niggas. Nah, it doesn't make no sense.
But that's a lot of people don't have that education.
A lot of people don't have their grandparents around.
They don't. And including non-black people. So even they don't understand the connotations of what they're saying. So when they're saying it out loud, like, oh, well, you guys say it. And it's like, well, actually, yeah, we do. Half of us don't know the background of the N-word in the first place. And that's why it's not seemed as bad. And I just think... I don't say it because I refuse. I said it just now and it made me cringe. Like, even just when I said, I'm worried about none. I can't stand it. I think it's horrible. Like, it's not a nice word. I always have flashbacks to plantations. Like, it's embedded. It's in my brain, same. Like, proper. And I detest that we run around calling each other that because there is so much power in the tongue.
What are you saying about the music, though?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Should I tell you when you won't be good with it? Try doing like national radio and having to play for like 3 hours songs where it's been blanked out.
Yeah.
And you will see how, like, I don't even want to use a disrespectful word here, but lyricism.
Tell the truth, shame the devil, boo boo. Tell the truth, and shame the devil.
Without the word, like multiple times in a song, makes you think like, what are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? Like you can't swap that word out with something because you're actually just using that word as a placeholder. And rhyming it.
You're just trying to fill up space.
Be better than like my brother said to me like, oh yeah, so and so's got this tune that they want you to run the tune. I said, I'm down to support everything. I got like a minute into the track. I said, I can't play this. Oh no, we'll send you a radio edit. It will be whack. Even if it's just you replace the word with instrumental. It's gonna be whack. What am I telling my audience? What am I telling my audience? Because this song isn't gonna make sense without this word. Can you not be better than that?
Please, somebody.
Can you stop embarrassing yourself?
And you think those kind of things are a joke? If I run around calling Cyan all day long, my bitch, do you not think I'm going to eventually, she's going to start feeling like we're going to be bitchy towards each other? The word like if you, I say to my brother and my son, I say, listen, if you don't call each other kings or bros or something, I don't want to hear it. Because what happens is if I start running around calling you lot kings all the time, you're going to start to feel like, bro, like, yeah, man's a king out here still. Because that's what.
Do you know what's funny about that as well?
The fact that we're all killing each other is because you're treating each other as the word you're calling.
The funny thing about the kings,
the realist.
The funny thing about the kings and queens thing is, in Britain, if we look at like our example of kings and queens,
why
are you calling me that?
My
version calls me queen of the chill, like he calls me queen of the chill, and I'm like, yeah, but
just think of Egypt.
Secretly,
just
I think
being
like,
Egyptian, like, I'm a queen.
Like, nah, I don't want it. Take it.